Hey guys, in this first video, we're just going to be looking at some simple surface anatomy from the posterior aspect of our client. So we're going to start just up at the cranium here. Okay, so we're going to find that occipital bone. Okay, we find that by starting on the skull and just dropping off the skull. Okay, so that's how we identify the occipital bone. If we come into the middle, we're going to find a little bit of a dip. That's our external occipital protuberance. And if we remember from anatomy, that's gonna, from there, the nuchal ligament is gonna run all the way down the posterior aspect to the tip of C7, okay? How do we find C7? It's going to be the most prominent spinous process on our client. To double check, we can put our fingers on C7, C6, and above, and what we can do is ask our client to extend their head backwards, and as they do that, thank you, we'll feel C6, which was right here for me, actually move anteriorly, meaning that this posterior one, the one we identified earlier, was C7. So we know the nuchal ligament runs all the way up to that EOP. If we're going to find C2, we know we're gonna, as we drop off the EOP, we're gonna feel a little gap, and that first bony prominence, that first spinous process we feel, the very short one, that has to be C2, okay? We're just gonna turn your head just a little bit for me here. Now, if we come back to the base of the occipital bone, if we keep going laterally, as we feel that bone come around, we feel like a little bit of a hook structure here. That is our mastoid process, which is going to be important for us when we're palpating SCM. The other way we can find it again is if we start above the ear here, and as we come back down and around, we're going to feel that hook, kind of if we follow that hairline around on most people, we're going to get to that mastoid process, and it feels like a little tooth on a dinosaur, if you ask me. Okay. If we come back down here, everybody's going to be a little different here, but we're going to be looking for that superior medial angle of the scapula and the vertebral border or the medial border of that scapula as well.